And a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. And this is Night Moves for Wednesday, April 8th. We've got a great sports betting day. It's getaway day. So we got daytime baseball action here to talk about as our featured coverage here on Wednesday. Of course, there's also some NBA, a nice manageable card, and 3 games on the ice we'll look at here on Wednesday. So, hey, we got a little tight little knit show here to go and talk about the last game of the series for many of these teams here. Moving on and see how they do, see who sweeps, see who grabs a game here. And man, my sheet, I kind of, we had some pitching changes there yesterday. We had some pitching changes today. I'll try to make a manage here of the action here on Wednesdays. Thank you for joining me here on Night Moves. Where's there we go. I'm here. My graphics here. I'm here. You're here. And thank you for joining me here. I somehow deleted my YouTube ID. I've had a bad 12 hours. I don't know how I deleted, I can't even find the videos I want to watch half the time right now. I'm so challenged. Technologically, what have I done here? I can't even barely get myself on the air here. Good thing there's peace in the world. All right, thank you for joining me. Let's talk about some of the action here. I think we were able to manage some victories here over at Tony'sPicks.com here for the action on Tuesday. I know we had some winners, but we can talk about a recap here real quick before we get started here. Let some folks file in before we do the previews of the show, and I'll try to talk myself up on some winners here with the action on Tuesday. We did have some nice winners over at Tony'sPicks.com as well. We'll visit the website here in just a moment. All right, we had a Night Moves winner here yesterday with the game between the Cincinnati Reds and the Miami Marlins. We had that game to go under. Man, could you believe it? What about Sandy? We talk about it. Is he back? Is this Sandy? Do we got the real Sandy? Is he back? He's back. I mean, he delivered again, but what happened to the bullpen? Here is I thought we had a winner with the under. It went over. What happened? It was 2-0. It was 6-3. We didn't get the Night Moves winner here. What's going on? We did have the Reds here, but Reds get the win 6-3. Totally blow it there for Sandy. Reds get the win. Make no mistake. Miami led 2-0 in the 9th inning behind Alcantara. Marlins took him out with runners at first and second and 1 out. What happened? Cincinnati tied the game before scoring 4 runs in the 10th inning. Alcantara, 95 pitches. He would have got out of it. Jacob Marcy snapped a slump. He went 2 for 4 with 4 stolen bases, but it wasn't enough. The Reds come back to win. The Marlins have lost 4 of 5, maybe mismanaged it there because probably should have let Sandy win his games, man. You can't trust this bullpen to get it done here with with the Reds getting the win there with the 4 runs in the 10th inning. Oh, boy. All right. Hey, we had a Night Moves winner. I know we had a Night Moves winner here with the Cardinals yesterday over Washington. The Nats blew a 7-2 lead in that one, and the St. Louis came back to win it there 7-6. I think it was 6-2, but St. Louis comes back to win it 7-6. Washington led. It was 5-3 after 7 innings. Walker and Church homered for St. Louis. Sounds like a store at the mall from the 80s with Walker and Church. Wood homered for the 3rd day in a row. The Nationals have lost 6 of their last 7 games all right away here. So we did have a winner with the Philadelphia Phillies and San Francisco game. to go under there late night 6-0 as Robbie Ray delivered for the Giants and got the win there impressively for San Francisco to stop the bleeding a little bit and knock off the Phillies there late night as San Francisco went on for the win, beat Chris Sanchez 6-0 there in that one. Night moves winner with the Cleveland Guardians yesterday, getting the victory over the Kansas City Royals. Gavin Williams, 5 innings of 1-run ball for Cleveland, giving us a win here yesterday. Also, I had a premium pick winner with Athletics and Yankees game to go under. We also had the Yankees here on the run line as our night moves winner, but I had the under in the game. It was we did get it in there at under 8.5. Hopefully some folks might have got a push on that. We did stress the number there at 8.5 and able to get the win here at Tony's. 5-3 Yankees get the win. Schlittler over Savali in the contest, but the A's looked good early. They just couldn't hang on, and the Yankees went right by them, were able to get the win there. Ahmed Rosario had a 3-run home run and a solo home run as a hero in that one for the Yankees. And, well, they're 8-2, so they keep treading along here. Also, we had night moves winner here, Detroit and Minnesota game to go under with Bradley over Skubal. Bradley impressive here again, doing a nice job. Ryan Jeffries, a 2-run double there in that one was the big blow. Also, pick here over at Tony's with the Rangers as premium pick winner over the Mariners, 3-2 in that one as the Rangers were able to get the win. We had the night moves winner as well here on the under. We had some solid picks for sure as the Rangers were able to pick up that win. Kyle Higashioka, Higgy with a 2-run home run. Seattle falls to 4-8 right now. Said watch out for this team, a little bit overrated possibly, and they're proving it. Right now, Mariners off to a rugged start. Night moves winner here yesterday, the Dodgers and the Blue Jays game to go under as it was 4-1 Dodgers. Yamamoto with the deal. 6 innings, 1-run ball. Shohei Ohtani, an RBI single. He'll pitch on Wednesday as the Dodgers dominate again. Night moves winner here with the Braves and Angels. I'm sorry, this is a night moves winner Braves over the Angels in this one, 7-2. I had the under as a premium pick. We lost that one there late night there as Atlanta was able to get the win, 7-2. And man, it was fight night there in Anaheim with the Braves and the Angels. They got into it there with Reynaldo Lopez and a little bit of Jorge Soler. Soler, you got to wonder when it's intentional and when it's not. Soler, I think they said he's at 12 for 23 with 5 home runs, and you wonder why he's getting brushed back there against Reynaldo Lopez. It resulted in some fisticuffs. Lopez was trying to hit Soler with the ball in his hand while he was fighting him like it was a rock. And before Walt Weiss came in and looked like Brian Snitker of the Braves there with the tackle at near the first baseline. Man, it got ugly early. That was one of the best fights. It was the best fight of the year so far. Has there been any other decent? I don't think there's been a fight. There's been some benches clearing, right? Benches emptying, but I don't think they got into it like these guys got into it there, resulted in the ejection of both the batter and the pitcher. Probably could have gone a little bit deeper, too, there. Walt Weiss looked like a free safety out there making the tackle in that one. So 2-in-1 day with my premium picks over there in baseball. See some folks starting to come in here. Let's say hello to a few folks anyway, and I'll cover maybe a few more games here before we get rolling. Greg is here. He had a great day on the diamond. Cal Dog ready to go today. Timmy Two Shoes ready to go with us as well. Stand by. Chat Pro is going to need your help here. Tim M is also with us here to give us the picks today. Let me go over here real quick. Just about getting enough people in here to get things rolling. But we did have some night moves winners as well in the NBA here yesterday, and I'll cover those right now. We had yesterday here the night moves winner here with the LA Clippers here. Oh, this was a premium pick winner. I got you here. LA Clippers premium pick winner 116 to 103 over Dallas. They still got the money there. We had a pick and the winner as our only pick here on Tony's. Also, night moves winner Thunder and the Lakers under. That one got a little bit goopy. The Lakers ended up without their three top scorers here right now, and the Thunder pasted the Lakers there yesterday in an embarrassing fashion, 123 to 87. But the Lakers pretty much mailed that one in. And then late night, Houston beat Phoenix on the road, but we did not have a good day with picks for sure in the NBA. I did not come through at all for us there in that. NHL, though, night moves winner here with Columbus and Detroit. Winner on the over here yesterday as Columbus got the win 4-3. Had a winner over at Tony's Picks for the Lightning and the Senators game. To go over, we had the winner with the Senators here on Night Moves 6-2. Senators all over the Lightning. Premium pick winner for us there in that one. Also, we had Night Moves winner with Philadelphia Flyers on the road. They crushed New Jersey 5-1. Also, Night Moves winner Minnesota Wild 5-2 all over the Kraken there yesterday. We did have the under as a premium pick over at Tony's. We managed a 2-1 night also in the NHL. So we won our both of our premium 3-pack cards over there, going 2-1 in both. I think we'll accept that. Also, night moves winner here with the over. Dallas over Calgary 4-3 was a winner here. We also had Colorado on the money line, bit favorite, but that's okay. We took Colorado. They won 3-1 over the Blues there yesterday. Premium pick winner Edmonton and Utah game to go over. It did just that 6-5. Utah crushed there. We also had Utah as our night moves winner. So pretty good day on the ice for sure here on Tuesday. All right, Nathan. Hey, I want to say hello to Nathan Zarankin in the chat. Nice to have Nathan here. He's ready to talk Padres and Pirates. My kind of guy here. My Padres, can they do it? Man, didn't even mention there yesterday. The Padres did lose the game to Skeens there yesterday. So maybe Nathan's saying, hey, Ramon, give us a little love for the Pirates here yesterday since they were able to finally knock off the Padres 7-1. It was close throughout, but in the end, the Pirates pulled away. Pavetta did match Skeens there for the most part, but the Padre bullpen gave up some for the first time in a few games, and the Bucks were able to get the win. Okay, I think we're ready to go, man. We don't have quite enough in here, but I was like running a little behind again here. Just having a rough time. I don't know what happened. Can YouTube send me my old ID back? I don't know how to do it. Gosh, I feel old when the technology beats me here. All right. Also, there's some tennis action here from Monte Carlo about to get underway here in about 90 minutes or so. It's been a great tournament over there. It's Masters Week here, don't forget as well. Getting ready, just 2 days away here from the Masters, or 1 day away, I guess, now. So should be pretty awesome here. And we'll tell you what, Nathan, that's what we're going to do. Welcome to the show. I preview all the games here on Night Moves. We'll preview the entire Major League Baseball card. I believe that game might even be first up on the card here tomorrow with my Padres and the Bucks. All right, you know what? I will go over to Tony'sPicks.com, try to buy some more time and let a few more people come in here if you don't mind. I like to play to a little bit of an audience. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see who did well on Tuesday. Want to shout out all my counterparts here. Cohorts, if you will, over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's see who's hot. I know I'm somewhere on the handicapper leaderboards. I don't know if I'm near the top there, but had a pretty good day with some winners here, including some tennis action. And I got some tennis action coming up here in the middle of the night. Here we go. Well, let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and take a look at the handicapper leaderboards to see who's hot here for Tuesday for Wednesday's action. Solo Malone, another huge day here. Huge volume, huge profits for Solo. 67% up 5 units there yesterday. Rod Zawacki turning in another solid performance here. 71% on Tuesday and up nearly 5 units of profit there yesterday for Rod. Double Shooty, another nice day, man. These guys are hot. 75% for doubles, up 4 units. Ramon Scott, 70% for Ramon. He's pretty good. Up nearly 4 units here for me on Tuesday. David Racy, 75%, up 3.5 units. Hollywood Sam, 4-1 here. Some differences, though. Here you can see Nick Lagaretto, 67%. Chris Adkins gives us a couple winners there yesterday. Tony's Picks VIP account in there. Damien Assange, Mills Young, and Ron Hahn. But, so a lot of these, you see them on our shows here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Some of them you don't see here, but, you might consider those of us who are on the broadcast here giving you the picks. We got some great cappers, but we're here doing the work. All right, to promote those guys, and I'll keep doing it here. Last 7 days, Nick Lagaretto's up nearly 10 units. Double Shooty up nearly 7 units. Stacks McKelvey, he's on the shows, up 5.5 units for Justin. David Racy over there up nearly 4.5 units of profit. Ron Hahn, 4 1/3 units of profit. Solo Malone, a lot of action there, up 3 3/4 units. Jorge Gonzalez up 3 units with a good week so far, 4-1 record. Chris Adkins up nearly 3 units. Al Ninos, Tony's Picks VIP account, Damon Sosh in the green for the last 7 days. Last 30 days, Ron Hahn up 11 units. Shane Mickle up nearly 10 2/3 units. Brian Pittler up nearly 9 units. Nick Lagarettos up nearly 5 3/4 units. Double Shooty up over 5.5 units. Tony T is up nearly 4 1/4 units. David Racy here for the month up nearly 3 units. You can click on the Premium Picks tab, find the handicapper of your choice, see their packages ready and available here for the action on Tuesday. Double Shooty has a 3-pack going here in a couple of sports on Tuesday. David Racy has his Wednesday late afternoon MLB single for the action on Wednesday. I've got my ATP Monte Carlo Masters discount best bet here for the action in just a few hours. So check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com for my best bet of the day. We hit it yesterday, so we're going to come back strong here again on the men's side over with the Monte Carlo Masters here, one of the premier tournaments around the world, certainly here in the clay court swing as we get ready to head to Roland Garros soon, and of course Monte Carlo Masters. I don't know, in a way, it's only 2 sets, but man, it's an elite tournament here on the clay. Probably second in the world, only to the French Open. So make sure you get my discount best bet for the Monte Carlo Masters here on Wednesday. All right, and some of the other cappers. Let's see, we've got some more packages up and ready available here for the action on Wednesday. Rod Zawacki's got an NHL one-timer in there as well. And let's see if any other cappers have their plays up ready in here. Bowdon has got his guaranteed best bet here for the action on Wednesday. You can click in the All Cappers tab, find the handicapper of your choice, click on their handicapper profile page, and that's how you get signed up. Check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. I'm showing profit here over the last 24 hours. There you see in 2026 some of the sports here. I did not to mention, had a winner in soccer yesterday as well at the Champions League, as I had Arsenal and Sporting Lisbon to go under 2.5 in the 1-0 victory there for Arsenal. There. So soccer, NBA, tennis, Major League Baseball showing profit in all those sports so far this season. So no one lights up the leaderboard like I do. Nobody has as much volume in the different sports, I guess I would say, over here at Tony'sPicks.com. Like I was kind of kid Tony. Hey, since Tony debuted his site, basically about 5.5 years ago or so, no one's had more winners on his site than me. no one's had more losers as well, but you know what I mean. Here, just the most volume usually here for me over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right. All right, I guess we're gonna have to get started here. Can't wait all night, and maybe we started the show at 2 in the morning. It might work. All right, let's get over to the site here. Let me get rid of the graphic there. There we go. As we get ready to go here, and see you guys kind of coming in here right now. So, Cal Dog, thanks. Yeah, Caldo, I don't know what happened, man. It's like, because I had some, I don't want to say I had burner accounts in there, but, I had different uh, YouTube accounts for different things that I do. I kind of do like some other types of programming and stuff, not associated with gambling. And I don't know what happened now, and I can't find it. Oh my God. Richie Rich here as well, Kendrick Molo. All right, let's get ready to start the show. I can't wait any longer. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 15% off all premium pick packages, including mine here on Wednesday. All right, hey, you asked for it, you got it. Let's get to those games, and we got to start with the Padres because that's the first game up, and that was the request from our new friend there in the chat. So why not talk a little Padres baseball and Pirates baseball too? But I'm a Padres fan, if you didn't know. And here we go. We've got Michael King going up here against Keller for the Bucks here in this one. And the Pirates are against a $1.15 favorite here over the Padres right now in the total. 7.5 under, -115, maybe -120 right now. Pirates snapped the Padres' 3-game winning streak with that win on Tuesday, 7-1. Like I said, they pulled away. It was close mostly throughout. The Pirates here are now 7-4 on the season, 4-1 at home, 5-1 as a favorite. Man, the Bucks, they getting it done here so far. It's just been good feelings all around with Pittsburgh. Actually, they've split the first two in this series. They lost the opener 5-0, but ever since KG came onto the scene, it feels like the Pirates have a good feeling going on. Padres here, meanwhile, they are 3-2 on the road. They're starting to pick it up here a little bit now at 5-6. Maybe I was expecting a little better start. I do have my reservations about the way the Padres are doing their business this season, but they still run that same lineup out there. We'll see if the bullpen's as good as it usually is for San Diego. They've already had their moments a little bit here, but it hasn't been all perfect so far for the Pods. But let's see how you have it. The way I run the show is I make my little preview, and then I go to the chat, and then I get the picks from the chat as well. Mostly we agree. Sometimes I pivot if they're on something, and I'll go with a total, side or total here. Usually the chat has a side, so I play a lot of totals here on the show. It's really my specialty, actually, if you follow me over at Tony's Picks. All right, Keller's form so far, I'd say it's pretty good. Keller comes in here with an ERA currently of 1.50. He's 1-0 coming in. Pretty low whip as well, 108. That'll work. 7 strikeouts. I think he's got Padres bats a little bit inconsistent. Some key hitters show mixed results against Keller. Expecting here, now it's a day game, but still, look at the temperatures here. Still in Pittsburgh, it is warming up. 52 degrees coming into this one. And, I'd say 2 competent arms going in this game. Both bullpens kind of in the top half of the league here so far. Could keep the runs down a little bit with King and Mitch Keller here in this one. Let's see what you guys have maybe in the chat here. The Padres are 3-6-1 to the under in their last 10, but 4-3 to the over as a dog. Pittsburgh's 4-2 to the over as a favorite. So let's see what you guys have here in this one with the Pirates at home going up against the Padres here. Let's see if the chat has anything. And Kendrick said, "What about my Rockets?" Yeah, I did touch on it a little bit, mentioned it as the last game there as it just ended. Man, that one thing about the television contract this year with that Peacock game, especially on the back to backs. I mean, some of these teams are playing here, to 10:30 at night and got to come back and play the back to back the next day, even with some travel sometimes. Zach Sanders here has a little money line parlay with the Yankees, the Braves, and the Dodgers. Timmy says, maybe like the Padres here, even if it is getaway day with this day contest here. All right, and let's see, Padres and under for Andre. And the Shaq says, "Let's go Madres." And anybody knows about the Madre, that was the a women's active a fan group that the Padres used to actually have. They may still have them, but it was a group of female fans that did, work in the community representing the Padres, the Madres. They really did have that. Pirates first five here for Cal Dog is Nerfy for Andre. And Richie Rich likes the Pirates in this one. Kendrick says Pirates and the under here. And let's see there. Yep, late night says all those. Kendrick says he likes Keller better than King for the pitching here. And Greg going under. Timmy's a fan of King. I am too. I think the Padres got their money's worth, or got their deal's worth when it came to getting King from the Yankees. And let's see here. They call them Madres for a different reason. And let's see. Kendrick says he trusts the bats better too. They keep the streak going. All right, you guys are a lot of opinions on the sides here in this one. I think I'll roll with the under here. Like I said, I think we got two competent starting pitchers here. And also, I think the bullpen's looking pretty decent here for both teams right now. Good for Pittsburgh here. And I will go under in this one. Padres, like I said, probably showing a little bit of tendency to the under, as they did last year on the road as well. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. I will say the Padres have won 7 of the last 8 games at Pittsburgh between the two teams. Yesterday's win for Pittsburgh was the first time they've beaten the Padres at home in 8 contests. So maybe there's a little bit of advantage for the Padres. They've also won 12 of the last 14 games overall against Pittsburgh. I think that's a notable advantage here. But again, Keller, a slight favorite here. Game's very evenly rated right now, and you guys are kind of on mixed bag, I think, with the chat. So let me go ahead and go with the under here in this one. All right, the Kansas City Royals are going to take on the Cleveland Guardians here in this one, and you got the Royals here, $1.25 on the road. Talked yesterday kind of about the American League Central, right? And these totals that no one seems to be able to, score a lot of runs when the Central teams play each other. It just feels like every game is under City when these Central teams meet, especially if it's a little bit cold right now, if you will. And you've got in this matchup, you've got Cole Reagans going up here against Cantillo for the Guardians here. Reagans a 3.6 ERA, but an 0-2 record to start. Cantillo has a 3-0 record. A 3 ERA, a 0-0 record, 1.44 WHIP, 11 strikeouts so far. The Guardians have won 2 of their last 3, but the Royals have lost 2 of their last 3. Yesterday, it was a 2-1 victory there for Cleveland. Royals did win the opener, 4-2. Cleveland's been the better team when these two teams have met recently, but we've had practically a toss up here in this one with Kansas City favored a dollar 25. No, not even kind of a toss up. Royals favored here, $1.25 and 7 under 15. Cleveland comes in 7-5, 3-2 at home. Kansas City 5-6, 2-3 on the road. Talk about unders. Not only when the Central plays each other, but so far, solid unders here for these two teams. A combined 7-16 to the under already with these two teams. Kansas City's 0-5 to the under on the road. The Guardians are 1-4 to the under at home. So far, under City. Before we even get to talking about how these Central teams are going under. Kansas, line clearly reflecting it as well. It's 7-15 here in this one, so might be hard to keep me off the under, keep anybody off the under in this game, given those odds here right now. Although Kansas City bullpen is a ERA near 6. Cleveland's bullpen ERA 4.06. I expect them to get better here, but so far Cleveland, like I said, they're pretty decent at home right now. So maybe it's a toss-up game, but if you give a little bit of bullpen edge here, maybe to Cleveland, better about 2 runs better right now. Both offenses are certainly below average production here. Temperature in the high 40s in this one, but for the Royals here. Garcia looks good here at the 340 average, but Vinny P 211, Sally $1.84, Luke Thomas $1.18 right now. Marte hitting at the Mendoza line. For Cleveland, maybe they're a little better here with Stevie Ray Kwan 244, but Martinez, Ramirez, both $1.45. Right now, DeLauder has fallen all the way to 286. It sounds good, but he was so hot, he's just cooled down here like expected. Reese Hoskins not doing much so far in a Guardians uniform, hitting 200. Rocchio, though, hey, he's hitting $2. He bats late bottom of the lineup, but he had another game-winning hit the other night. Man, this guy's had 4 career game-winning hits for Rocchio. Let's see how you have it, though, here with the Royals taking on the Guardians in this matchup. Kansas City's 2-4 straight up in their last 6 games against Cleveland. 5 straight meetings between the two teams have gone under. If that means anything in the context of the way we're portraying this game, let's hear from you in the chat. Couple left-handers going. What more do you need for an under, for a magical under here in this one? Might be too obvious. Maybe I'll just probably just take the Guardians because everyone's going to want to go under here in this one. It's obviously the total, though, very, very low. Let's see here. Anything? Okay. Guardians. Oh, man. I got to go back here. Cow Dog Guardians here. Andre, Guardians and under. A Nerfy again, possibly here. Kendrick says Guardians money line. They get another W at home. And let's see, Timmy can get behind the Guardians as well. Greg says under as well. He had it yesterday. It worked out great. Ragans won last year's getaway game in April. Let's see here. Timmy says April 13th. They won 4-2. How about that? Almost a year to the day. All right, man. A lot of you guys on the Guardians here, and look, I'll be the guy to take the under. I know it's a little intimidating taking an under 7, and you guys are all over the Guardians. I don't think I disagree. So let me go ahead and I'll take another under here in this one, but this one feels pretty good. I mean. The way these two teams are going, like I said, the way this division's going right now, is every game going to be an under? All right, the Milwaukee Brewers are going to be here going up against the Red Sox in this one, and late pitching plans here. Chad Patrick gets scratched here in this one, and now it'll be Shane Drohan going here in this one, 27-year-old, going to get the start here in this one. The Brewers ended up placing Jared Koenig on the injured list to recall uh, Drohan here. So Koenig had an elbow sprain. Chad Patrick, I think either is he getting scratched here possibly, or maybe moving up here just in the rotation. So no matter what, it's going to be Drohan here getting the start. You know, the White Sox did acquire Caleb Duran from Milwaukee in a 6-player deal this offseason, and one of the players sent to the Brewers was Shane Drohan, a left-handed pitcher. He became kind of the Brewers' number 25 prospect after the trade, but he'll be called up to make his big league debut against his former team. So nice opportunity. Now, I don't know if we totally know his role. He was a primary starter in the Red Sox organization, making 11 starts in AAA last year. He did make one start for the Brewers in AAA, gave up 2 runs in 3 1/3 innings. Did make 4 appearances in spring training, 4.26 ERA in 12 2/3 innings. Has good stuff from the reports. The Brewers are an organization that knows how to get the best out of their pitchers. We know that. So Drohan probably will fill Koenig's role in the bullpen, but he's going to start here on Wednesday. Chad Patrick would have been pitching on short rest because of the doubleheader they had on Saturday. So I think this is how it's going to work out here for right now. Whether or not he'll go very long, I'm not sure, but he'll probably get not a 1 inning starter here. Maybe 3+, maybe whatever they get out of him. Maybe it depends how he's just faring out there. So that'll be who. I don't even have Patrick still written down here. Let me fix it up here with Drohan. This was announced a few hours ago, several hours ago. So let's see how you'd have it here. We kind of know about old Sonny Gray here, 4.5 ERA for Sonny. The Red Sox have lost 3 of 4 coming in, but they did get the win there yesterday by the score of 3-2. Boston's just 3-8, though, still struggling, and Milwaukee's 8-3 so far this season. Milwaukee is just 2-2 as an underdog here. The Red Sox have all their games that they've won, they were favored. They haven't won as an underdog yet. So let's see how you guys have it here in this one with the left-hander, Drohan, going up against Sonny Gray, the veteran here. Let's hear from you in the chat. All right. Maybe it's over here for Cal Dog. Maybe it's over. Sounds good. Andre's on the Red Sox here in this one. And Brewers for Kendrick. He likes Gray, but not at 140. He says that's too high, and I think that's what puts him here on the Brew Crew. I mean, on the Brew Crew here. Kendrick on the over as well. Sonny Gray's given it up for a lot of teams in his career. And I think that might be it from the chat here, and I might have to make my call here in this one. I kind of like what I see from Drohan here so far. The Brewers have been much better than the Red Sox, that's for sure. Maybe the Red Sox have kind of gotten it together here, but I'm going to take the Brewers in this one with this rookie pitcher making his debut here. I'm going to try the Brewers. I mean, they have been the much better team. The Red Sox did get one here, and, maybe this is a moment. Maybe they start to turn it around a little bit here, but at $1.15, I'm going to take the Brewers here in this one. All right, next up will be the Orioles here taking on the White Sox. Here on Getaway Day, Kyle Bradish, 6.23 ERA, but the Orioles have won 2 straight here over the White Sox. Sean Burke goes for the Sox, 3.6 ERA, 0-1 record. Bradish comes in here, 0-2 so far this season, but the Orioles $1.50 on the road. Uh, to be fair, the Orioles did come back and take it down. It wasn't easy in that game yesterday. The Orioles kind of had to work hard to end up getting that win over the White Sox. White Sox were leading most of the game, but the Orioles came back to get that win yesterday, and they will be favored here big time on the road, about $1.50 over Burke. Here in this one, Baltimore is 5-6. The White Sox are 4-7. Baltimore is 5-3 as a favorite so far this season. White Sox have been underdogs in every game so far this season, but they are 3-2 at home coming into this one. Let's see what you think here in this game with the Orioles here. I think, certainly the better offense from the Orioles right now. The White Sox are allowing nearly 6 runs per game. Even with Bradish's struggles, I think the Orioles are the clear favorite here. It was hard, watching it. I mean, you never thought felt like they weren't going to come back. As someone who was on the Orioles there yesterday, it was almost like, well, they are the Orioles after all. They're not going to be very good. But White Sox are 7-4 to the over so far this season. Orioles are 3-5 to the under as a favorite. But I think the White Sox, they have a bullpen ERA here, 5.8. Both starters are allowing base runners here, it feels like, so far. Let's see how you guys have it before I commit one way or the other. And I want to see what you guys have first. In the chat, let's go and take a look with Cal Dog. He's on the White Sox here. And Timmy says he's on the Whites. Kendrick says, I'll take the White Sox every game. He's laughing, but he might be serious. I don't know. They're always a dog, and they win, and when they don't win, but you do get right. You do get paid. You do get paid with the White Sox. And one of my favorite things, look, one thing I like to look at, I don't know if it's a big deal for anybody else, but I like to look at, pitcher money. It seems like a general look. I mean, a lot of people are into metric. Hey, the metrics are supposedly built into the line. They tell me. But I like to look at pitcher won-loss money. If a team wins with a certain pitcher, a lot of people cast that off and say, well, you know what? It's a starting pitcher. He's only in there half the game. But usually you're structured, right, with the bullpen and everything. When you get to that man's turn, yes, of course, bullpens can get shaky and mixed up and everything. But a lot of times, you see the same pitchers, sometimes when they're even not the best pitcher, but that team ends up winning for that pitcher. Not saying they try harder, it's just more of the structure of the team. And then sometimes those pitchers can work a little longer, have the ability to work longer. And also, I like when the teams have, the win-loss money at home, on the road, that type of thing. I like those kind of statistics myself, and mention it right now. I mean, Cleveland, they're up 5 units here already, even despite a 7-5 record, because they're 6-4 as an underdog. So they're up already 5 units. This season is one of the most profitable teams in the league already for Cleveland there. Comparing it to Baltimore, though, here in the White Sox, Baltimore is already down 2.5 units. But the White Sox, they can fare a little bit better. So they're down right now, but at home they are already up 2.25 units or so at home so far this season. All right, let's see here. Was there more comments? Timmy's on the White Sox. Andre says White Sox run line, sprinkle the money line, take the over. That's why Andre's in the chat here. He's giving us some great picks. Timmy says Burke is a serviceable pick. That's the thing about the White Sox starters. It seems like they bring them along nicely. They're not all, developed or, full-on major league stars, but they seem to improve. But it's just the bullpen breaks down a little bit. Not enough offense sometimes, and then that's kind of what happens there. So, all right, you guys look like you've made all the picks there in the chat here in this one. So I'm going to take the over in this one with Bradish and Burke. Give me the over here. Look, I don't mind the Orioles here, but I'm not going to lay $1.60 probably on this on the show, and I'm or $1.50 even. And so I'm not going to lay the run line with them right now. That was a real struggle to watch that game with the Orioles. They finally did come through, but didn't feel like they ever were going to come through. Over for Kendrick. He'll go with the over like I will. Okay, next up. The Mariners are on the road here on getaway day, and they're taking on the Rangers with Brian Wu going up against Mackenzie Gore. For Wu, a 1.39 ERA so far. No record, 15 strikeouts, 0.54 whip. Wu looking good here. No record to show for it. Seattle trying to snap a 4-game losing streak right now. Here's Texas. It's taking the first 2 of this series. Gore here, 3.97 ERA, 1-0 record for Gore. 0.97 whip, 16 strikeouts. Does have a victory to show for Gore so far, so sometimes we get on his case a little bit. Doesn't really come through every time, but so far for the lefty, not too bad. Rangers were able to get that win there yesterday, 3-2. By the way, these guys kind of play it like the American League Central. By the way, the first game of this series was 2-1. They stepped it up yesterday and went to 3-2. And I don't know, is the total really 8 in this game, in a game in Texas here, and Woo's on fire? Get it while it's hot. I don't think it's going to be. It probably isn't even 8 right now, is it? I mean, you got to figure you're moving on this game. But no, there's some 7.5 out there. Bovada 7.5, DraftKings 7.5 over as well. It doesn't feel like going to be 8 for long, man. I don't know. Maybe these guys will give up some runs today. Doesn't feel like it. Seattle's 4-8 coming in, as we mentioned in the monologue. Man, I'm not saying we didn't see this coming. I think we made it clear that maybe Seattle was a little overrated coming into the season. I don't think they're going to play 333 ball, but Texas comes in here 6-5. Texas is 4-2 as an underdog so far this season. Not bad. And Seattle just 1-4 on the road here. You're going to have to lay it with Wu, who's obviously pitching a little bit better than Gore, but Gore has been pretty good. Problem for the Mariners here right now is they're last in the league in batting average. Swing and a miss. That's what the Mariners are doing. Also 29th in OBP so far. So just bad times so far for this offense. I think they're last in strikeouts. If not, they're next to last. Meanwhile, for Texas here, pitching's been pretty good for the Rangers here so far this season, and the hitting hasn't been awful. Top of the top half maybe in hitting so far, but let's see what you got here in this one. The Mariners taking on the Rangers. Texas is 0-4-1 to the under at home. The Mariners are 1-4 to the under on the road, although they are 5-4 to the over as a favorite, and Texas is 3-2 to the over as an underdog, but still venue specific, if you will. It's an under here. Let's see what you got. I don't know if anybody going to go under. If no one goes under, I will. Seattle here for Timmy. And Mariners to snap the streak here. 4 losses in a row. Maybe Wu is the man. Fade Gore, says Kendrick. He'll let you down eventually, you know. All right, here's a Nerpy. Andre says Nerpy, under full game, under first 5, Mariners money line. Well, I don't even need to be. I got Andre giving me the. Thank you, Andre. So glad to have you in the chat pros. Wu here for Kendrick at a small price. Wu will pitch through 6 easy. Andre says low scoring games or totals. Always good to take the run line in the low scoring games. Good point. Young Mooch is here. He says under as well. So I don't know. It feels like I talked everybody into the under. I might have to go to the side. Rangers at home under Thunder. All right, I guess that's it on the previews of this one. But Seattle, you talk about units so far. Seattle down already 7.5 units here so far this season. Woo's got the strong numbers. We have two strong starters, and not only are these guys strong starters, but the bullpens as well. Texas so far, 1.7 ERA out of the bullpen. Seattle, 2.21, among the best in the major leagues here so far. So, man, you guys are definitely on the. I'm going to have to take the Rangers here plus money. Woo's good, but the Mariners are having some issues here right now offensively. And Gore here, I'm going to try the Rangers here at plus 105. You guys are clearly on the under. I totally respect it. I love it too. But let me give out the others. Too many on the under in the chat. I'll give out the side here. I know the Mariners are a popular play there in the chat. I'm going to go with the Rangers though. Okay, let's see. Look, they're going to wake up eventually, Cal. They're supposed to be. They're the Mariners, right? You got the 60 home run star, in Raleigh right now, but he's hitting a $146, right? And what does he have? One home run so far this season. J-Rod, a $143. Bad, just bad. Rosarena's look good. Brendan Donovan's look good, but really not much else from this Seattle offense right now. So Rangers, a lot of unders, Andre. They should be in the National League Central. All right, that might be it for that one. We'll keep it moving here on night moves right now and go to the Dodgers. Oh boy, now here's Ohtani pitching here against Dylan Cease. Pretty good matchup. Cease is touted to be, maybe the ace of this Toronto staff, although Gausman's been awesome. I think Gausman's the ace, right? But, they got Cease, and I'm like, he was hardly a star for the Padres. He definitely underachieved, but he's got a 2.79 ERA right now, looking good. Ohtani, so far, pretty good on the mound, right? It's looked pretty good here. Dodgers have won a bunch of games in a row, and the Mariners and the Blue Jays have lost a bunch of games in a row. Well, maybe this will be the day here for the Blue Jays, but the Dodgers just rolled them again yesterday, 4-1 right now. Dodgers have won 4 out of the last 5 against Toronto. So far, so good for the Dodgers, even though they've had to play some road games here so far. It doesn't matter. 5-0 on the road so far for the Dodgers. Toronto 0-2 as an underdog here right now. They are 4-4 at home, but 0-5 last 5 games against the Dodgers at home. So, what do you think? Can they beat Ohtani here? Ohtani only $1.55. It feels like a discount. The way these Dodgers are going right now. Toronto can't even cover a run line here when they're a dog here in these games. Man, it's been a tough start here a little bit for Toronto right now at 4-7. Dodgers are 4-1 to the over on the road coming into this one. Let's see what you have in the chat between these two. Dodgers here on the road. On fire here. They're only, like I said, 9-2, dominant offense. Toronto struggling mightily. Cease can limit the damage, but Dodgers may, carry the game and don't even have to explode if Ohtani goes in there and does his job. We know he doesn't work that long, but he seems to always get just a little bit farther than the expectation in the betting markets for his innings, right? If they have him down for 5 1/3, he'll go 5 2/3 or 6 innings, right? He'll always give you just a little bit more here. This is a great price, man, on the Dodgers, I'm afraid. Let's see what you got here in the chat. I don't want to say it's too easy here, but right now, man, Dodgers and Yankees. Why even play the regular season? All right, here we go. Okay, here we go with Dodgers by 5, says Kendrick. Our dog's on the over. Love fading the Dodgers, but it's tough, right? I bet on the Dodgers probably too much because I don't like them. You know what I mean? And being a Padres fan, I don't really play the emotional hedge game, but I always keep such close eye on this Dodger team. When you get them at $1.55 with Otani on the mound, you don't care who the opponent is. Kendrick says Blue Jays should be $2 dog here. That means the Dodgers are undervalued, right? I think Toronto plus 1.5, but they're a mess. Oh gosh, baiting the Dodgers and Otani here says Andre. And look at this, right? Young Mooch. We'll let you know when the Dodgers are an underdog for the first time, right? We'll let you know. I would imagine they could have. Well, I don't know. I was trying to think. Maybe what if it was Emmett Sheehan against Gosman? Who would be favored in that one? Blue Jays not a good dog here. It did feel like momentum coming into the series is like, oh, this is going to be, the Blue Jays going to come in here. It's regular season, so they're going to take it seriously here because they're going to want to get some revenge. And then they lost 14-2. Eventually, the Dodgers will lose one. Come on. Okay. 97% of the time. That's just it. I mean, if anything, the Dodgers are, I don't want to say overrated, but, when you're favored 97% of the time and you're still going to lose, at least 55 games somewhere in there, the all proof, like we said, is the money, the money detail that I like to, keep track of with the standings. I mean, that's my favorite, and right now, I mean, it doesn't even matter. The Dodgers are still, but Dodgers are down a half a unit at home. All right, let's see here. Dodgers will not be. They'll be 162-0 favorites. Okay. Well, look, I don't want to lay $1.55 here. On the show, so maybe I'll just have to go to the total here in this one. Look, like I said, Dodgers 4-1 to the over on the road here, but maybe Cease can limit the damage. It was just 4-1. I'm going to try another under here. I know we've got 3 unders so far, but that's the way I roll. And I'm going to take another under here with the Dodgers and the Blue Jays on getaway day. Kendrick, it might be a discount. I'm just not going to do it on the show here. I'm not going to lay $1.55. I probably could, maybe the run line would be good to go. Dodgers are 7-4 as a run line favorite. Toronto 0-2 as a run line dog. Oh, maybe I should take it back here. Kendrick says Cease always gets traded for a reason, right? Right. Okay, next up, we've got the Astros on the road. Another getaway day game here. Favored against the Rocks, $1.60. Christian Javier, so far not so good, 12.96 ERA. 3 straight losses here for Houston. Colorado's won 3 straight. Michael Lorenzen comes in here to start. 14.72 ERA. He's got an 0-1 record, but Colorado so far here wins the first 2 games of the series, 9-7 and 5-1. They won yesterday. Impressive there. Performance by the Rockies at home in that one. Kyle Freeland got it done yesterday with the win. Great job there by Colorado. You know who had Colorado? I think was on the show. Rod. Both days rode with Colorado there on the drive-through. Rockies here going to be a dog again against Javier, who has not looked good so far. Could it be the Rocks in line here for another win? The Astros, look at the ERAs of these 2 guys coming in. Now, Houston's 9-3 to the over so far this season. Rockies are 3-8 to the under, to be fair, but nonetheless, so far Houston 4-1 to the over on the road. So let's see what you got here in this one. Houston has won 13 in the last 18 meetings between the two teams overall. 12 of the last 14 meetings between these two teams have gone under. But like I said, you do have two pitchers who are kind of getting shelled here so far this season. Both games under so far, but or not under. The first one was 9-7. I'm sorry, but obviously Colorado won them both. So both starters pretty much disasters. Houston's offense is so far superior. I would say so far superior. Uh, you know, basically you got Coors, you got two starters with double-digit ERAs. Maybe should be an over in this one, huh, gang? Let's see what you got in the chat before I side or total, because here we go. Andre said the Dodgers are the sucker play. Okay, let's see here. Over for Timmy. Rockies for Cal Dog. Astros to get back on track, says Andre. He says Rockies plus 1.5 and the over. Kendrick says, I'm from Houston. Don't take the Astros. You'll be disappointed. All right. Yerpy for Andre. Both pitchers are horrible. Javier's not that bad, just a bad start to the season. You'd think Christian Javier will get it together, right? Here, you don't know so much about Lorenzen, although I think he gives you a solid effort out there. Just take the over in the first 5. All right, bearing up on these plays here. That's a lot of people, a lot of guys in the chat here taking the over. So I'll just take the Rockies on the run line here. Can't be as solid as Rod with those money line picks. Probably should, but I'll take the Rockies here as a plus 1.5 at minus $1.10. That's what I'll do. Give me the Rockies on the run line in this one. Over first 5 for Andre. Rockies money line for Kendrick. Next up, the Phillies are on the road taking on the Giants here in getaway day. San Francisco shut out the Phillies, cooled those bats yesterday with Robbie Ray on the mound. I was on the drive-thru and I went with, just getting cocky with the Phillies. They were knocking everything out of the yard a little bit, but nice job of the Giants snapping their losing streak. Finally, it was running haywire for the Giants. They're still 4-8 right now, 2-7 at home, 3-6 as a dog. Philadelphia comes in here 6-5 so far this season. Giants are 3-4-2 to the under as an underdog. Phillies have lost 12 of the last 15 meetings between these two teams in San Francisco. 6 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Here you've got in this one, Aaron Nola going up against Tyler Mahle. In this one, Nola, 3.17 ERA, 1-0 so far, 1.15 the whip. So Nola should be strong out here. Only $1.35, $1.40 against Mahle, the journeyman, with a 7 ERA and an 0-2 record so far. 1.78 whip, 9 Ks. I think this one might be a favorite here for me. Yes, the Giants won in a shutout yesterday. That was Robbie Ray. Sure, Robbie Ray's on the downswing, but still had some stuff. I'm not sure Tyler Mahle, although, in his career he's had moments, certainly, but right now, not necessarily clicking here so far for Mahle this season. Let's see what you guys think maybe here in this one. Philly taking on San Francisco here today. And get on getaway day. Nola so far, man, this K rate strong again as usual. Mahle not only a 7 ERA, but a 3.51 batting average against so far. So I think with Mahle's volatility, the Giants' pen's only mid-tier. Could be some late runs. Actually, I know we're seeing some unders here, obviously, with uh, yesterday's game 6-0, although the first game was 6-4. Let's see what the chat has to say here. Okay, we've got, I think Cal Dog's on the over. Andre says, give me the Giants plus 1.5. Young Mooch says Phillies. Andre says Giants run line, first 5 and under here. Fade Nola, says Kendrick. He always does this, I think, meaning gets off to a good start, and then when everybody builds up the confidence on him, he doesn't come through. Give me the over, says Timmy. Shaq says Astros, Mariners, Tigers, White Sox, Marlins, and Jays. Sweep avoidance. Sweep avoidance. Kendrick Moe says over. Nola will give it up despite his solid start this season. Okay. I don't know. Giants have had some problems here. I'm going to take Nola actually as a favorite in this one. I got to roll with Nola here at $1.35. Next up, the Cardinals are at the Nationals. McGreevy going up against Miles Mikolas. For McGreevy here, 2.53 ERA. Mikolas, 14.4 ERA. He's 0-2 so far. McGreevy is 0-1 with that 2.53 ERA so far this season, but he's done pretty well here. St. Louis has won 2 of 3. Washington been struggling, no doubt about it. Yesterday it was 7-6, as we said. St. Louis got the win. Washington won the opener 9-6. Man, Washington gives up a lot of runs, don't they? It doesn't matter if you're the Dodgers. It doesn't matter if you're the Cardinals. Washington giving it up. No wonder they're 9-2 to the over so far, 5-0 to the over at home. St. Louis is 3-1 to the over on the road so far this season. Cardinals are 0-1 as a favorite, only the second time they've been favored all season. Washington 1-4 at home so far this season. Let's see what you think here with McGreevy. Mikolas is pretty much an auto fade, it feels like right now. St. Louis has got the offense and the better bullpen here in this one. It almost seems cheap. The way Washington gives up the runs doesn't matter. They'll give it up. Washington totally going over with the worst pen metrics in the league right now. So I would expect Cardinals go right on by and pound them into oblivion by the end of the game. I don't want to make it sound too easy here, but, Cardinals, Walker hitting 300, Weatherholt's looking good. Some of the bats are struggling, no doubt about it. Washington's got a few guys that are hitting, like Garcia and House. Lyle as well. CJ Abrams is kind of picking it up too. Let's see what you guys have here in this one with St. Louis and Washington. St. Louis has won 7 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams, including 6 of the last 7 here in Washington. 12 of the last 18 meetings between these two teams have gone over. And let's see what you guys think in this one. Washington goes over every single game right now, it seems like. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. And it's going to be Shaq says Nationals. And Andre says terrible game. Timmy says going over in this one. And Timmy says it's Mikolas. It's Mikolas. And, what can you say? Cards money line maybe for Andre. And I could. If you guys want me to sing some Marvin Gaye, I will. And hot take: Marvin Gaye national anthem, not one of the best of all time. Okay, in the moment, it was big time to have him sing the national anthem at the All-Star game in LA like that. But looking back on it, and I'm always sing it the way it's supposed to be sung. Okay, I'm not, Okay, Nationals, take Nationals every day, great value like the White Sox, says Kendrick. Andre says take the Cards team total, back in that other one, thank you. Timmy says Michaelis does win once in a while. Because Kendrick says people see Michaelis and run towards the spread of the money line, but the Nasty Nats can get the cover. And the Fergie national anthem, not one of the greatest of all time either. Okay, and look, Whitney had the greatest national anthem ever, but don't play it on a, you know, if you're gonna play it, get you have it remixed. Like you know how you go to like your little league game sometimes, and they bring out the old like cassette tape of it or so. Does anybody even know what that is? Like it's something sitting in the press box that they've had there and for like 25 years, and then they put it up next to the microphone and hit play. And the problem is it's got like a bunch of static, and you're playing Whitney Houston for like 25 parents in the stands, and it's like with her singing it. Okay, you don't want to do that. That's very disrespectful to But at the time, Whitney was at her like peak of her career. We took her for granted, no doubt about it. I mean, and she brought it on herself. You guys, oh, Whitney Houston, God, wasn't she great? Wasn't she great? Hey, the greatest love of all, love yourself. Okay. Let's see. We're talking Whitney Houston here on Night Moves. Grateful Dead did do a good. Grateful Dead, yeah. Kendrick, for some reason, I have learned I have the oldest chat in any of the YouTube games, any of the YouTube streams. The oldest chat. Go with Ramon. All right, did we make a pick yet? Pardon me, gang. I got to go over in this one with the Cardinals and the Nationals. Come on. Probably a freemium right there. What was the greatest song from Whitney? Was it The Greatest Love of All? You give good love? You give good love? Kendrick's going over. All right. All right, next up. The Braves are going to take on the Angels here, and they will be on our best behavior in this one after the fisticuffs yesterday. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. The best fight of all time was by the Padres and the Braves, 1984 season. Look it up on YouTube if you haven't seen that one. Pascual Perez chasing people around with a bat. And they probably got into it. Probably had like 5 or 6 different fights in the game, plunking guys left and right. It had to be the best fight game of all time. Padres and Braves. All right, the Angels come in having won 3 out of their last 4. The Braves have lost 3 out of their last 4. These two teams have split the first 2 games of this series. Angels won the first one 6-2. Braves won yesterday 7-2. Angels are 6-6 so far. Braves 7-5. 6-3 is a favorite right now. Seems like the Braves have been a disappointment here last couple of years. We're trying to get the right formula. It never seems like the Braves should be a bad team, right? But they've kind of had their struggles for the most part. The Angels, they've had okay starts before, only to once Trout gets hurt, that'll be the end of that. Here's a team that couldn't win with Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. You guys, can you believe it? All right, see what you got here in this one between the Braves and the Angels here. Braves are 4-8 to the under so far this season, 3-6 to the under as a favorite, although they're 4-2 to the over on the road. Here, Grant Holmes goes for the Braves, 2.45 ERA, 0-1 record for Holmes. Reed Detmers, the left-hander, 2.38 ERA, no record to show for it so far this season, but these pitchers have been okay so far this season. For the Braves here, right now, probably probably the better lineup coming in here. Some of these batters here right now for Atlanta. You've got Baldwin still crushing, 318 average, man, 5 home runs so far for Baldwin, 13 RBIs, one of the best sticks in the game right now. Ozzy Albies, Matt Olson, all looking good. DeBond also pretty good. For the Angels, meanwhile, not as good. Shanwell, 243 has kind of been the hitting star a little bit. Joe Adell, offense and defense. There, funny that Adell made those incredible plays. He actually was having a little bit of struggles in the outfield. He's a very good outfielder, but had made a few miscues, I want to say. But some of these Angels not quite hitting as much as you might want. I think the Angels' pen here, Detmers can keep this close in this game, I think, against the Braves. I don't know if I want to trust them necessarily as a road favorite here with Holmes, but maybe with this Angels pen and then the Braves power upside. Let's see what you guys have here in this one. Let's go. I'm going to go to the chat here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Angels plus 1.5 for Andre. Always love you, says Andre. Says Andrew K. I will always love you. Oh. Okay, Cal Dog on the Braves here. Detmer and the Angels. Kendrick says the Angels to upset them here. Probably take the Angels first 5. Avoid that bullpen collapse, says Timmy. Also, Angels for a nickel here. Is that what that is? Shaq wants the Angels. Neto for a little prop here. And Kendrick says, look, they're 6-6. They're at home. They're a dog. I think what he's saying here is nothing special right now about the Braves. Good start, but they're still, the Braves are probably not going to be too hot over 500. Good job, though, so far. It's the Penn's fault. Angels here for Kendrick. Detmers is solid. He can get the win, says Kendrick here. All right, I guess I got to make my call right now in this one between the Braves here on the road and the Halos in this one. And I agree. I'm going to take the Angels here in this one as an underdog. Give me the Angels. All right, next up, Diamondbacks on the road here, taking on the Mets. Ryan Nelson going up against Peterson for the Mets. Mets $1.35, total 7.5 under here. Nelson, 5.79 ERA coming in. Arizona's won 2 of their last 3. Mets are on a 4-game winning streak now all of a sudden. Peterson, 4.65 ERA, 0-1 record so far for Peterson. Mets here, 3-1 at home so far. Arizona, 0-4 on the road. 1-5 as an underdog so far this season. See how you have it here. This is a Mets here won yesterday 4-3. They won the first one here. This was a Tuesday series opener. That's right. 4-3 in yesterday's game for the Mets, getting the win over the Diamondbacks here, and you have them at about $1.45 here in this one. Look, I was all fired up when I saw Zach Gallen going out there in short sleeves yesterday, and look, he was doing the job there, but it ended up being the Mets got the walk-off in the 10th inning in that game. So Gallen went 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 4 walks, and 5 K. Probably should have had an undershirt on. It was cold yesterday. It was one of the coldest days in Major League history if you weighed the whole league against all the games. There were just so many games that were very, very cold. 50 degrees expected here in this one. And let's see what you have here with the Diamondbacks. Taking on the Mets at Citi Field here on Wednesday on getaway day here. We have another. This is not a getaway, I don't believe, though. in this one. See what you have, though, here with these two. Did I miss the? I might have missed a game in there, Pam. Surprised you didn't catch me on it. Oh no, okay. Oh, they did move this one to a day game. Okay, I gotcha. Moved to a day game because of the cold conditions here. So sorry about that. I was like, where did the Reds and the Marlins go? But we did see 3 of the games move to day games yesterday. Just this one today. But again, trying to beat the weather here, play in the daytime, so it's a little warmer. So look, the Mets here, they have the better bullpen. Man, 1.45 ERA so far. Arizona struggling as a dog, just 1-6. Both starters do allow some traffic. Both have whip issues, so could see some base runners going along here with these two starters here in this one. So let's see how you have it here. It is a 7.5 because looks like a decent matchup here for the most part. Mets are 3-6-1 to the under in their last 10 games overall. And they've been good at home. Arizona struggling on the road right now. Is $1.35 too much? Not enough? Let's see what we got. Two Shoes likes Peterson here. Did the Mets win yesterday? They did. 4-3 in 10 innings. Diamondbacks, the bullpen, bad, he says. Diamondbacks here for Cal Dog. Andrew cashed out and got the money. Diamondbacks to win one here. First 5 for Timmy on the Diamondbacks. It's all Diamondbacks here. Mets have the momentum, though, says Kendrick. They can win here. Under for Andrew. Here is Andre on the over. Andrew's on the Mets. Cal Dog's on the over as well. Jimmy says 5-6 record for Arizona. I think that's what you'll see from him here. And the Mets is 7-4 here right now. So feels like the Diamondbacks do have some issues here on the road a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and try here the over in this one with the Diamondbacks and the Mets. Give me the over here in this one. Okay, there's the Reds and the Marlins. Yeah, okay, now I got the right order. I just that other game was moved up there for the time. This is at 6:40 Eastern, 3:40 Pacific here with the Reds on the road with Brady Singer here going in this one up against Edward Perez for the Marlins here. Loses of 2 straight. The Reds are one of the hottest teams in the league right now. They got a winning streak going. Good on the Reds here for coming through here with a little bit of winning streak. Won 5 straight. So far, they've also won 4 of the last 5 meetings here against the Miami Marlins. 8 of the last 12 meetings between the two teams here in Miami have gone over here. Miami's been going over every game, it seems like, with their pitching so far. The Reds doing a great job here. 8-3. They've been getting starting pitching. They're 5-0 on the road are the Reds here so far this season. And they're a dog here to the Marlins. They came back and beat Sandy yesterday. You think they're worried about Perez here right now? Good for the Reds, man. These guys are looking good. Swept Texas with great pitching here. So far, the last 5 games that they've won here in a row, they've allowed just 7 runs total. What can you say about these Reds and this pitching staff right now? They're an underdog here to the Marlins. Reds are 1-3-1 to the under on the road. Marlins are 7-4 to the over overall. Then they are 5-3 at home. Marlins have had some wins here, no doubt about it. Coming in 6-5, not awful. But Reds won the first one 2-0, won the second one here 6-3 after they exploded there in the extra innings. Let's see what you've got here in this one. Does feel kind of peculiar right now with this hot streak for the Reds. Wow. Okay, let's go to the chat here maybe in this one. See what you think with the Reds on the road. That you talk about, producing right now. They're the best return on investment in the league, 6.25 units Also, strong bullpen for the Reds. That's really what's been doing it too. 2.53 ERA coming in. Marlins have a strong bullpen as well. Reds allowing just 3 runs per game here overall. So, and we might get a little bit of pitching here, just like yesterday. It only broke loose after it kind of got to the extra innings point, it felt like there. So let's see what you have here in this one right now. A lot of comments maybe on this game. Let's see what's going on here. Jeez. Okay, Shaq says 4-game series here. Plus 200 on the Reds. They'll win 3 of 4. Kendrick's on the Reds here. And Sandy, poor Sandy, Moon Man. Moon Man, in honor of Moon Man, what a moment there with the astronauts going further than any humans have ever gone around that moon there, Moon Man. Marlins at home here for Cal Dog. And I want to say I'm disappointed in the moon coverage. Actually, I know you can watch it on some certain cameras. Okay, ride the Reds. Ellie to get a homer here. Reds undefeated on the road. Reds a great dog. Sticking to the Marlins though here, says Shaq. Reds a dog the way they're going right now. Come on, under in the first 5, says Andre. Stop Gio stopping by here. Marlins for Andre, Reds easy. Oh, you guys are all over the place. So in this one, this game will be lit, says Kendrick. Yeah, underrated game. Shaq says, come to the. Why isn't Sandy on the Dodgers already, right? Andrew says it's a fake. The fake. Artemis is a fake. Fake news. All right. Reds here as an underdog looking pretty good. You guys were on both sides. It felt like maybe I should be on another total here with this one because it does feel like, this probably should be an under the way these bullpens are going right now as well. We're going to see good starting pitching here, it feels like, with Singer, looking pretty good so far. That he does have a 5 ERA. Both guys have kind of a 5 ERA, but it just seems like the bullpens are pretty strong here, and eventually they'll mix it up. I'm going to take the Reds. Man, they're so hot right now, and they're plus money. Give me the Reds. Talk myself off a total. Okay, here we go. And yep. Oh, thank you, Timmy. Yeah, I think I said Edward Perez there for a moment. I don't know why I said that. Yuri Perez, of course. Probably thinking of Edward Cabrera. All right, the Cubs are taking on the Rays here in Tampa. You got Ray and Boyle going for this one. Cubs on the road here, $1.15. Feels like the Cubs right now. Yeah, they did win yesterday. Good job, Cubs. They've lost 2 of 3. You got to wonder, really. Cubs right now 5-6. Rays are 5-6. But feels like the Rays are better than that. Feels like the Cubs are going downhill already. But I don't want to get on them just yet. Got Colin Ray coming in here for the Cubs, 4.26 ERA, no record to show. For Joe Boyle, 3.18 ERA, 0.88 whip, 13 strikeouts. No record so far for Boyle. For the Rays, they did win the first one here, 6-4, but the Cubs came back with a 9-2 victory yesterday to smash there. But we'll see what you guys have here in this one, the Cubs and the Royals. Boyle was looking strong here so far. Cubs pitchers are giving it up. I think opposing teams are hitting pretty strong right now against Cubs pitching, especially against that bullpen. Now, Tampa's gone over in practically every game so far. 2-1 to the over, 2-0 to the over at home, mostly because of the bullpen. Tampa Bay, it's slowly going down, but they're still got a 7.49 ERA because they've been giving it up quite a bit here right now. But again, both teams 5-6, kind of a toss-up, coming in here. But I don't know. Boyles look pretty good right now, and the Cubs are not doing much special. I think I'm getting a good price here, and I'm going to take the Rays here. I'm not even going to the chat. I'm going to take the Rays in this one at home against the Cubs. Let's see what you guys have here right now. I'm a little disappointed in the Cubs so far, as usual. Cubs did well last night. Take the Reds, said Kendrick. He talked me into it. Rays on the run line here for Andre. Give me Boyle, says Timmy Two Shoes. The Cubs will always let you down, won't they? Those Cubs. They won yesterday, but the Rays today, says Kendrick. Cubs have no identity yet. And here's Shaq on the Rays. Caminero, Mullins, home run, says Kendrick. Under first 5 for the Moon Man. Cal Dog is on the Rays. Man, we're almost done here with baseball today. Couple more games here. The A's are taking on the Yankees. Boy, you watch that game. A's are looking great. Talk about Tuesday's game. A's are looking good. The Yankees are looking flustered. You're like, wow, the A's are going to come in here and, knock off the Yankees. Next thing you know, the Yankees just come through with the big clutch hits and go right on by. After it looked like the A's were going to win A's were going to win the first game of the series there, but it was 5-3 in the end as the Yankees picked up those 4 runs in the 8th inning and got it done. Giancarlo Stanton coming through again, man. Stanton coming through, and then, like we said, Rosario, his second home run of the game, knocked in those 3 runs there, and all of a sudden the Yankees not only had the win, but they had the run line cover as well for the Yankees here, coming in with a record of 8-2 right now. A's are 3-7. Will Warren goes for the Yanks, right-hander, 2.7 ERA, 1-0 record. Luis Severino now with the A's, of course, 6.46 ERA, 0-1 record coming in. Yankees, of course, going to be about a $2 favorite. Yankees 8-2, A's are 3-7 right now. Clearly a much better team here. Yankees got the run line yesterday. It almost feels like no excuse not to just keep rolling Yankees. Yeah, I'm looking for underdog spots here with the, teams like the Reds in there, the Rangers at home, the Rays, whatever, the Angels. But I don't think you want to go against the Yankees right now with the A's, no matter what. Even if the A's got some guys that can punch it out of the park now and then. Strangely, though, these two teams, you got the A's 2-5 to the under as an underdog, 1-5 to the under on the road, although the Yankees are 3-0 at home to the over so far, 3-0-1 actually. So I don't know. I haven't taken a run line yet, no run line favorite yet, but might as well here with the Yankees. Look, I'm trying to root for the A's. I think they're going to be, I just think this opponent here, the Yankees, I mean, what can you say about the Yankees right now? It just seem to be, doing whatever they need to do to get it done. So let's see what you guys have in the chat, if anything. Severino, a 6.48 ERA, as I said, 21% walk percentage against this dominant Yankees lineup and the elite bullpen that they have. Yankees probably should control this one. A's offense does seem limited here so far. I mean, they're supposed to be better than this, but really they're not really doing what they do, and that's, a lot of extra base hits. Right now they're 19th in home runs so far. Yankees pitching has allowed the least home runs so far this season. The Yankees are only 21st in home runs so far, but funny enough, the Yankees, they're second in stolen bases right now, plus they've drawn a ton of walks, of course they have. You don't want to be pitching them there to judge, but really the offense, just 9th in total runs, 15th in RBIs, 12th in OBP, doesn't matter. Just getting it done with the Yankees here so far. Let's see what you guys have here in the chat, if anything. All right. I see you guys got the tennis coming up here. Let's see if we can't real quick here. Let me take the Yankees on the run line, by the way. I know there's some matches starting right now. I may even have here. me look at my tennis numbers here. Got some matches about to go here right now. Uh, Medvedev and Berrettini here. I like Medvedev laying the games in this one. If we can just take a quick break here. I'm going to talk about maybe some tennis. These are you guys mentioned it in the chat. It made me think about it here. Maybe we can just go with a couple plays here. I like Medvedev coming up right now, top of the hour here in Monte Carlo. The action getting underway at one of the elite tennis tournaments in the world right now, and I'm going to go ahead and take in this one. I like Medvedev here. Minus the games against Berrettini. He is laying here. Let me get it here exactly. Laying 3.5 games. I'm taking Medvedev minus 3.5 games here in the matchup against Berrettini. Also, Rublev is taking on Zuzu Bergs here in this one. And I do like Rublev in that match. Medvedev is the pick. I'm just going to take Medvedev. If you are interested in the Rublev match, I would favor Rublev. It's minus 3.5 games at minus 120. Is minus 260 on the money line. So a little bit stiff there. Maybe you could. The other match, by the way, the Lechka Tabilo match, that's my premium pick. So if you want that one, you know what to do. It starts in 5 minutes. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. I think I got my top winner in there. But let me give you Medvedev. I really do like Medvedev, and I'm going to lay the game spread there with Medvedev as my play here. On night moves, little tennis action getting ready to go right now. Let me fire up the monitors here with our action, the two tennis channels here. All right. See what else we got in the chat here real quick. I know there's going to be, I didn't cover the Yankees there. Yanks run line for Mormon, Yanks run line for Andre. I mean, this is one where like, maybe I'll do the total because everybody's taking the Yankees. No, I'll just take the Yankees with everybody else. A's team total over there for Timmy, though. And over, says Kendrick, I think, with Severino on the mound. The old man Severino. One more here in the major leagues. Is that it? Tigers taking on the Twins. I heard it. AL Central, you guys. Need I say more? Do you think we should just go under? Or do you think we should at least break it down and make sure we should go under? Twins have won the first 2 games of the series here so far against the Tigers. Tigers can't find their way. You got Framber here. Maybe, Framber. At least they got the 2 guys, right? But, the rest of the games, if you can't win, if you only win 2 out of every 5, I have a prediction you're not going to make it very far. But Detroit's 4-7 right now, 2-6 on the road. Minnesota 3-2 at home. For Minnesota here, Bailey Ober, 6.75 ERA. Framber, 0.75 ERA. Let's be clear. Framber's look just fine for Detroit so far. Now, it is a night game. We're 50 degrees here. We'll see how cold it gets today. But like we said, Minnesota, actually they own the series right now with Detroit, but Framber's in here looking pretty good. Anyway, Detroit here has lost I think 5 straight against the Twins right now. And let's see what you have here in this one with the Tigers and the Twins. Final game on the baseball card here. Then we're going to get to a short NBA card and a little bit of hockey. For the Tigers here, Valdez and that good ERA. Over struggling here for sure. Minnesota's bullpen, and maybe with the Over's instability, maybe we will see some runs here, but doesn't feel like it in a central game. Over might be able to get back on track a little bit here. Let's see if you think that to be the case. Like I said, Over not, he's not going to be a 6.75 pitcher, I don't think, this season. He should be improved there. But it seems just too easy right now to, maybe take to take an over here. But Detroit, that's a pretty steep price, even for Framber right now. Let's go to the chat, see what they think. Maybe they'll have it right here for me. Okay, Andre says under full game and first five. Wind blowing out. The 8 says it all. Take over here, says Timmy. So, yeah, nothing you can do. You can't get all my Central games together, but yeah, to 8 to 10 miles an hour there to center. Shaq says it's a 4 game series as well. So Twins take 3 of 4 plus 220. Series tied plus 2 plus $1.60. Okay, well, man, I got to make my call here, and this one a little bit tough actually here, as there's no doubt Framber's looking good, and there's no doubt this is probably a little bit of an inflated price here at this point. But man, Detroit's had their own set of problems here. I got to go under. I know what you're thinking about the over, but give me. I just talked to AL Central, all the games under. I better take it under. That's it for the major leagues. Let's go to the rest of the card here right now, including our NBA card. I think we're previewing them all here. They all have something to deal here in the NBA playoff chase. So let's get it going here right now and go to our card with the Atlanta Hawks are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. NBA action for Wednesday. Now, this one will be played with a little bit of, I think, near playoff intensity. I don't know if we're going all the way, if you know what I mean. But right now, the Cavaliers 1 game behind the Knicks for third place in the Eastern Conference. So they do play with a little bit of motivation here, trying to track them down. There are 3 games left in the season, so could happen. Knicks might win them all. Cleveland might win them all. But if the Knicks lose a couple, Hawks meanwhile are a game ahead of the Raptors. They also will play motivated here. Now, if you look at teams covering the spread, you take the Hawks every time. The Hawks are a great cover here, 23-16 on the road against the spread. Cleveland, of course, 22-42 against the spread as a favorite. This one's closely rated, but they're still 14-25 against the spread at home. But that's usually because Cleveland usually lays a bunch of points. Here, it's basically a pick 'em. Now, don't forget, Cleveland's still the better team. I think Hawks have all this momentum. Maybe you think the Hawks are equal to the Cavaliers. They are 6 games behind them in the standings here, but it does feel like the Hawks in their run of the second half, maybe they are the equal of the Cavs. Maybe the Cavs, though, have kind of been, I don't know, they don't cover any spread, so it makes it really tough here. But it feels like the right price. I better just go with the total here. Shut up and go with the total, because I don't know if anyone would believe me if I wanted to take the Cavs. What do you guys think, though? I mean, the Hawks are clearly one of the hottest teams around, although they did lose that last game here to the Knicks of 108-105 a couple of nights ago. Cleveland, meanwhile, 3-game winning streak, wins over Golden State, Indy, and Memphis. The loss for the Hawks to the Knicks stopped their long winning streak, actually, coming into this one. So let's see, though, what you got here in this one with the Hawks and the Cavs. Like I said, both teams with something to play for here. You want to keep your spot here right now. Atlanta, a great run right here, 15-5, last 20 against the spread. They are playing better, but Cleveland's home dominance, is still kind of real. Just because they don't cover, they're still 25-14 straight up at home, and all they have to do is win this one. A bad spread record, no doubt, and they're 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. But Atlanta trending under here recently. Cleveland at home, they tend to kind of control the pace as well. 15-24 to the under at home is Cleveland here right now. And look, like I said, this one feels more like a game that will be played with some playoff style intensity. I'm going to go under in this one with Atlanta and Cleveland. Give me the under here on Night Moves. See if you guys are playing the NBA here on Wednesday night. Key is here. Hey, Daryl Turner, nice to see you. Yes. Oh, I will. Oh, look at that, Daryl. Absolutely do I have a play between I like Denver. I like Denver over Michigan in the Final Four. Oh, yeah, that Daryl, thank you. Great to talk Frozen Four here. Probably should have set aside a segment here for the final for the Frozen Four, but those games are on Thursday, so maybe we will. But I like Denver over Michigan. Of course, I like North Dakota. I'll lay the puck line against Wisconsin for sure. And then uh, in the Frozen in the finals, I think I like Denver. I'm a big North Dakota fan. Always been a big North Dakota fan. Used to host their team at a bar with all their games on satellite dish back in the day. Key is here, and he said, "Man, he's mad. The Suns, they were up 21 points and blew. I couldn't believe it either, Key. In fact, when they fell behind by like 8 or 10 and KD, I was like, I'm gonna go watch something else." Okay, let's see. More man. Tigers ain't getting swept in there. What else is going on? Cavs for Cal Dog. Did I go too far here? Cavs. Okay, Cavs. Mitchell questionable. I do expect him back here. Shaq, I think they're managing his time. Cavs here for it's all Cavs. Wow, Cavs have been playing possum. And Moon Man, I do like NPB for sure. I like it better than Korean baseball. Um, Unders crushed today in the NBA, right? Could you believe it, Shaq? After all those overs, and I was like, you still got to respect the unders. I'm going under in this one. All right, next up, Timberwolves and Magic here in this one. The Magic, uh, look, Magic are favored here by 6, and let me just put it this way. Uh, Look, the Magic here are definitely have something to play for. They're in 8th place, just a half a game of the 9th place Hornets. I know I've said it 8 zillion times, but if you are the 7th seed, you've made it to the playoffs every time. If you're the 8th seed, you've made it to the playoffs 6 times. If you're the 9 seed, you've made it to the playoffs 3 times, and if you're the 10 seed, you've made it once. You want to get at least to 8th place. Funny, the 8th place team in the those play-in rounds are like they're 2-8 in that first game because they always lose. They always lose to the 7th place team, but the 8th seed has a worse record than the 9th seed in the play-in tournament, but yet they still make it more. You know how it's structured. I mean, Tony explained it beautifully there on the drive-through. The first 2 play, and then loser goes home and the winner goes on, and then out of those 2, you get another game, and when they play that other game, the winner can go right in, but if they lose, they get another chance. So that's why the 10 seeds always got in. They always are able to get it on the back end. So, but anyways, here, so the Magic they have something to play for. They could get 7th, they could even get 6th, maybe, but they don't want to fall to 9th. And the Timberwolves, they're just stuck in 6th. Nothing's going to happen to the Timberwolves. They're going to be in 6th. There's a small I don't even know if there's a chance. They're in 6th place. They really have nothing to play for here. I think that's reflected in the line. Maybe Minnesota could be, they might even rest some players here. You might get on this one early. It could go up. Anthony Edwards questionable here. Be a pretty good game if you want to rest a guy. This would be it. Franz Wagner's probable here. So, but I'm actually probably going to take the total in this one. I think it will be a little bit more loosey-goosey here. I don't think Minnesota's going to have a care in the world. They might get blowed out actually in this game. But I think I'm going to take the over here in this one between these 2 teams, mostly based on the way I'm portraying this game kind of. Magic are heating up. They've won 4 out of their last 5. Minnesota's cold. They're a bad spread team. Orlando's, poor full season spreads kind of baked into this number. This is about the current form and the mismatch with the playoff setting here, I think. Minnesota's a strong under team, 7 of the last 9. A lot of unders on the road. And this matchup history also leans under. But Orlando, I know the Orlando overs are kind of trendy here, 23-18 to the over, but I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the over in this one with Minnesota and Orlando as my official play. But let's see what you have here. I think you hear what I'm saying right now with Minnesota and Indy and Orlando here. Let me go to the chat, see what you have in this one. Uh, Moonman got to wait for the Edwards news. I'm not going to wait for it because I want to be able to lay 6 and not 9. Let's see here. Wolves Magic total is it up to, oh my goodness, 228 now even? Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. That's a typo. Thank you, Timmy. It was never 220. That was 226. I just read it wrong on my sheet, but you're right. It has gone up higher even though. But it was 226. Now it's 228. But it was never 220. My bad. My bad. There we go. Thank you on that. She moved up from the 225. Okay, Timmy's going to take the Wolves. I get it here. I don't think the Wolves. I think they're going to mail this one in. But look, if it was a game where there was something to play for, I'd probably be on the Wolves too. But I just don't think they have a care in the world. Next up, let's go to the Bucks and the. Oh boy, look at this one. Oh, so we got some of these games on this schedule, you guys. We got some of these uglies. But here you got the Pistons of minus 19 here, or is it already 25? The Bucks, look, they're going to get exposed in this game. It feels like, there was just a big expose from Shams Charania in Sports Illustrated, or maybe it was on ESPN. I think, of course, ESPN. But talking about Milwaukee's, all the disaster with Giannis and why he's not playing, and then Ben, basically he wants to play, they won't let him play, and not only that, just the way the practices have had some tension and everything. I think the Pistons here, they're going to celebrate here right now, and look, they've already clinched here, so maybe there's a little bit of nothing to play for type of thing here with the Pistons. They have clinched the Eastern Conference, but feels like the Bucks could get exposed here in this game. Let's see what you got. There's really not much to go on here. Pistons have already wrapped it up. You almost could leave this one out of the show. But let's see what you got here. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't get all carried away and want to lay the points actually because of what I said. But even against these Bucks, maybe that is too much. I don't know. Milwaukee. 35 and 44 against the spread. I don't know if they're even competitive, though, here right now. Both teams trending over. Detroit games have consistently been flying past the total, actually. And maybe that is going to be the better option here right now. Even though Milwaukee 13 and 26 on the road to the under, though, for the Bucks. They might just get left behind here. Like I said, Pistons don't have much to play for. You don't want to get anybody hurt. You wonder who will even be maybe even playing in this game. They might have, guys out. Now, here's the thing. Cade Cunningham is almost ready to come back. Now, I don't know if it's going to be this game because of, like I said, I probably should just rest him. You're going to want to get him back in there a little bit in the regular season just to keep it going. You got to wait for the play-in tournament. So, but Cade Cunningham is, possibly could return in this game, but I'm just not sure they will. Stewart also upgraded here, so they feel like they're on the, like they're going to have guys coming back here and everything, and it may just work out for them here with maybe bringing those guys along slowly. We'll see. Duncan Robinson probable, Levert they're all in, it feels like, here for the Pistons today, so they don't need to win, but they can easily win. Let's see what you guys think on this one. Very interesting. Here we go with, let's see. Cade might play, says Moonman, but how long? Doesn't matter, though, right? Just get him back in there. And Andrew K., right? People, I wasn't around really for the first, I was, but I was too young to know about going to the moon. And so I think this has been great. Maybe the Bucks team total under. They scored 90 against the Mets. For goodness sake, here I agree. You know what? The Milwaukee Bucks are probably going to be left for dead in this game. Give me the under in this one actually as the play. Maybe the Pistons can name their score, but like I said, they really don't have a true. They've clinched the East. Um, if they bring it, there could be just good mojo in this game for them, but. Okay, Grizzlies are going to take on the Nuggets here. Another one here where now the Nuggets do have certainly some motivation here, and almost critical in a way. So the fact that they've got an easy matchup here against the Grizzlies, I don't expect any surprises here. But the Nuggets are one game ahead of the Lakers. They certainly know the Lakers have all these problems right now. They've won 9 games in a row. It just seems like the Nuggets here, I know it says 22.5 points. The Nuggets might win by 50 or at least 24. 9 straight wins here, one game ahead of the Lakers. They can only get third place, so they only have to win. But I'm going to go ahead and lay it. You got to take something here. The total's 244.5. It'll probably be look if it's under, it's going to be 243. Okay, I think there's a very likely chance this is going to be a very high scoring game, probably closer to 250 or more. But the Grizzlies might get stuck in nowhere land. So I'm going to go ahead and lay it instead. I'm going to lay 22.5 points here on Night Moves. I did it. They always make fun of me, remember Pete Weber? I did it. Who do you think you are? I am. I'm going to take the Nuggets here on this one. Memphis is on a long losing streak as well. Highly likely that this one it maybe is an over here. You got Denver 34-20 to the over as a favorite. But I'm going to take the Nuggets and lay 22.5 because I can. All right. Kendrick fell asleep. I do another show, and I overslept my other show. I set the alarm for PM instead of AM. It was very embarrassing. Timmy likes the over. Moonman says Joker triple-double. And let's see here. Kendrick says Grizzlies are tanking. Yep, they're in the. That's right. We got to get back to the tankathon a little bit. Nuggets at home. And Kendrick's ready for some chicken nuggets. All right, a couple more here right now. We're almost done with the show. We got a little hockey still to come. 3 games. Here's the whoops. Oh, did I mess up the game order here? Oh, I see. There was a time change. Yeah, the Bucks and the Pistons, and then this was a time change here with this game. This one's moved to 9:40 Eastern here. I think the Peacock games are going on or something here right now. So we have in this one the Trailblazers here on the road taking on the Spurs here, or ESPN night here, I guess. Spurs here off of a win last time out. Spurs were able to knock off the Sixers 115-102. And here's the problem with the Spurs right now. The Spurs are 3 games back of the Thunder. Thunder, we know they're going to win one more game. The Spurs, you could sit there and say, hey, we're going to win our last 3 games, and the Thunder's going to lose, and maybe we still get number 1. No. The Thunder really probably going to have not much to play for here. Don't get hurt, get everybody in and out, win the game, doesn't matter. You're not going to catch first place here. So Wembanyama, doubtful for this game, and they're laying 3.5. Portland's played really well here of late. I'm going to take Portland here. I think Portland's going to win this game, actually. They are playing really solid ball here. They're not one of the better teams in the league. We know that. But Portland right now, they're in 9th place. Clippers are in 8th. They're 1 game back. I don't know if they can catch them, but they're going to try. I think Portland's live here on the money line in this one. I'll take Portland plus the points. Not a lot to talk about. I like Portland here, clearly. Cal Dog likes the Spurs on the money line. and saw other bettors taking the Blazers money line. I am too. I think this is a Blazers spot. And Timmy talking Champions League soccer. Hey, I won my Champions League play here at Tony's yesterday. You know I'm going to come back with another one tomorrow. All right. Shaq said he wanted the Spurs, but Blazers it is. Yeah, the Wemby's sitting. Spurs are going to mail this one in. They're going to come in second place. Nothing they can do. I mean, they're not going to. Thunder's not going to lose three. You think the Thunder are going to lose, three more, and the Spurs win 3 games and finish tied for first, and whoever owns the tiebreaker? I didn't even look. Didn't think it's a factor. Kendrick on the Blazers. All right. A couple more here. Mavericks taking on the Suns. I swear the Suns game just ended 5 minutes ago. Suns here favored by 10.5, total 230 here in this one. And look, you could look at it. The Suns, they're probably going to come in 7th. I don't think the Clippers are going to catch the Suns here. They're 2 games behind them. They're favored to win here. The Suns, all they got to do is win, and they should. Dallas, meanwhile, also played last night, and what can you say? Dallas got off. They got off to a terrible start. We had the Clippers as a premium play. The Clippers started, was it 17-0 or something like that at the start of the game? Dallas came all the way back, and actually, I think even did they tie the game? They came all the way back. Clippers eventually got it done and pulled away. Suns have been our moneymaker. They are playing with a little bit of motivation. They want to stay ahead of the Clippers. And Dallas, that was a good effort. You could look at it as if maybe here 11, maybe a little too much. I don't know. You got under teams for sure here. Phoenix 15-24 to the under at home. Dallas 14-25 to the under on the road. I think maybe the under might be the better play. I think the Suns could do this though. Actually, it is back-to-back spots here for both. Inflated number. Dallas is bad for sure. Phoenix plays fast but inefficient defense sometimes, but like I said, the numbers would reflect under City. Phoenix 16-21 to the under as a favorite. So I'm actually going to go under here with Dallas and Phoenix. Give me the under in this one. All right, let's see here. We've got Shaq said, let me see here. Kendrick here is on the Blazers. Moonman's on the under. Timmy's on the under too. Cal Dog is going to take the Mavs. One more in the NBA. Thunder and the Clippers here. Thunder, like I said, they only need to win one more game to clinch the home court advantage for the entire playoffs here, and they'll do it with this one. They'll win, and they should actually probably go on and cover. I think they'll do it convincingly here against the Clippers right now. Thunder looking awesome. Clippers have been fine. They've won 2 in a row again here, but I think this is going to be a convincing victory. The Thunder do own the Clippers for sure right now. They've got a long winning streak against them here currently. Let me see. I think we have that number here. Let's see. Dallas has lost 4 of the last 5. No, I think it's 5 straight against them here right now. 13 of the last 20 games between the two teams have gone under. Dallas has gone under in 9 of their last 11 on the road here. The Thunder, just not a great spread team this season. We know that, but that's only because the market overvalues them all year. Remember, they've been laying all these double digits. Here they're laying single digits. Clippers have been okay as a home dog, as an underdog in general, 22-13, but I don't know. I think I'd prefer the Thunder here, but maybe I'll just look to the total instead. Oklahoma City can slow down games against competent half-court teams and be just fine. Clippers have profiled a little bit higher to the total here a little bit since Harden has left, and both meetings this season between these two teams did go over. I'm going over in this one between the Thunder and the Clippers. Give me the over in this one. All right, a few more comments from the chat. And let's see. Timmy says, just take OKC blind. Why is the total so low? Thunder clinches tonight. Clippers money line, letdown spot maybe for the Thunder. I don't think so. I think this is the one. They clinched it all here. OKC Kawhi plays. They cover. I think Kawhi. I expect Kawhi. Let me see what the situation is here. Yeah, Kawhi's there. Jalen Williams is probable here for this one. The Thunder over here. I got Leonard in this lineup. Shaq's on the over. All right, that's it for the NBA. We got 3 games in the NHL. We'll do them quickly, then we'll get out of here. Thank you for joining me on Night Moves. Man, we've been here 2 hours. I had so much fun. Buffalo and the Buffalo and the Rangers here in this one. Buffalo $1.50 on the road here. Buffalo, they kind of struggle there a little bit down the stretch. The Rangers actually are hot. Well, for them anyway. Too little, too late. Maybe they could play spoiler here a little bit. I don't know about spoiler. I mean, no matter how you look at it, Buffalo, they have not finished with the same flurry as they were there most of the season, but they're still tied right now atop the standings with Tampa Bay. Just 4 games to go, and they're going to be favored here against the Rangers, who we know they've been no good at home all season, but the Rangers have been winning a few games here of late. They've been playing maybe their best hockey of the season. Of course, they are here at the end of the season, playing just a little bit better right now. Sabres actually won the last one between the two, 5-2, back there in January. But again, maybe some of those Rangers games were against teams that I don't want to say could beat, meaning like they can't beat the Sabres here, because they definitely could. Rangers are 13-27 to the under at home. And this one's 6 over 25, but I think you can get 6 over 6.5. Well, I'm going under in this one. Give me the under with the Sabres and the Rangers here. I'll go under. Sabres for Moonman and Thompson anytime goal. Sabres are over for Cal Dog. Next up, we're going kind of quickly on these guys. Capitals and the Maple Leafs. Look, only reason I'm well, let me give the Capitals a chance here. I don't want to bury them just yet. They will be eliminated here. Maybe not this game, I don't think, but within the next game or two. If it would have been a busy schedule, we might have just gone without this game here right now. Toronto's lost a couple in a row. Capitals are still breathing, but what really is their true motivation here? 15-9 on the road. The Capitals have been a bit of a disappointment now looking back on it. Capitals have won 4 straight in this series right now. They've kind of had Toronto's number, but Toronto, of course, just like the Rangers here, Toronto's showing a little bit of life here. They've actually lost 2 straight right now. So $1.30 or so. I'm going to try the Capitals here, I guess, just because Toronto here, 15-28 is an underdog. I mean, barely 37% there right now. So I'll take the Caps here to win on the road. All right, let's see here. The Leafs for Moonman, maybe. How could the Rangers win against Buffalo? You can't go against this Buffalo team. Cal Dog went under in this one. And Timmy's got a prop in there for us. He also had a prop in the Rangers game. Thank you, Timmy. One more here. Oilers taking on the Sharks. Hey, we just saw the Oil play here yesterday with that high-scoring game against the Utah Mammoth. So Sharks are actually rested here in this one. And, the other game, Rangers, look, the Sabres win an important game there for their own doing here, but this is kind of the one game where you got the Oilers here tied for first with Vegas right now, and the Sharks 3 points back behind the Predators. Now, that sounds a little bit daunting, but the Sharks, the 2 games in hand against the Preds and 1 game in hand against the Kings. So even though it's Predators 84 points, Kings 83 points, and Sharks 81 points, the fact that the Predators have played 78 games, the Kings have played 77 games, and the Sharks have played 76 games almost makes it a dead heat. We don't know what's going to happen. So the Sharks truly are seriously motivated here right now. Now Edmonton is too. They're fighting for the division title here, of course, with Vegas and with Anaheim. It's almost like a ping pong match the way those teams are kind of bouncing around right now. So I think it's still going to be a tough game, for the Sharks, but the Oilers are on the back-to-back. So Sharks may have a chance here in this one. All right, let's see if you have anything. This is it, the last one of the show here right now. You better get this one right. I'll go to the chat first. Over for Moonman. Sharks for Cal. Does Cal Dog pick the Sharks? We know he's Bay Area, okay? But does he just pick the Sharks because he gets to use the shark emoji there? Does he pick it more? Richie Rich says he'll take Washington back in that other game there. Because I don't think there's an Oilers one. There might be, what is there, maybe another oil tower or something? All right, I got to make my call here in this one. And I'm actually going to go under in this one with the Oilers and the Sharks. Give me the under here. The Oilers, we know they're a massive over this season, 45-31 to the over overall. But I'm going to go under here with the Sharks. I mean, look, it's going to be an important game for the Sharks. They really do have to win here. They're going to be desperate. I guess that's it for Night Moves, guys. Thanks so much here for joining me on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I think we had a pretty good show, and we'll be back tomorrow with more Night Moves. We'll make some Masters picks tomorrow, shall we? As well as preview our games in the NBA, NHL, and Major League Baseball. So that's going to do it. Great job by the chat tonight. Really good job. And Kendrick, couple more here. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off those premium pick packages. So far, Medvedev, a complete no-show here against Berrettini in the first set. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for him. By the way, we're on Tabilo with our premium pick. It's underway. They're on serve Tabilo 3-3 right now. And Zuzu Bergs and Andrei Rublev also going here. So, all right, that's it for Night Moves. Thanks, everybody. Great time, great show. Appreciate really everybody in the chat. Appreciate you watching as well. For those of you that don't join me in the chat, really appreciate you guys too, man. I should stick around. Here we are. Probably because it's 5:30 in the morning on the East Coast. I don't think I've ever had 100 live views here at the same time for just a measly little old Wednesday show. Maybe I should start at 2 in the morning my time. All right, that's going to do it, you guys. Really appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow here on Night Moves. For the Tony's Picks YouTube channel, I'm Ramon Scott. Good night from Las Vegas.